Welcome back to Weeb Psycho TV. Before I get started with this video, I want to thank y'all for all the support. I'm a little over a third of the way to 200 subscribers. This will be a huge milestone for me. Please go like and subscribe to my channels, it really helps me reach even more people. That's all I want. I want my channel to become the go-to place for web novel recommendations. Let's get it there. Thank you to everyone who just subscribed. Also, thanks for the suggestions in the comments. I plan on making videos about them and giving the recommender a shoutout. Alright, I've talked enough. Let's get this started. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Weeb Psycho TV, where we explore the world of web novels together. If you're familiar with web novels, you already know there's a massive amount of system-type web novels on the Webnovel platform. Probably the most used plot device ever. The three I'll be talking about are chosen because they've had a significant impact on me, and also me trying to find web novels that aren't talked about and hyped up a lot. So if you disagree and there are better system web novels out there, let me know in the comments below and I'll make another video containing those recommended web novels. The number 3 spot goes to Factory Inc. by Gravedagger. It has 4.4 stars out of 5 and currently has 1.8 million views according to Webnovel. It averages around 3 chapters a week, which is kinda slow in my opinion, but not terrible. At the time of this recording, it has 224 chapters. Hopefully this video will motivate Gravedagger to increase chapters per week. I found this web novel when I was doing a deep dive of new web novels to read, and I stumbled on this hidden gem. The setting of the novel starts off more than 500 years after World War III, a war that changed everything. Humanity has long since recovered from the war's effect. Humanity almost faced extinction. In return, they also gained much more, but the scars of war remains. Monsters and beasts roam the earth, and many places remain deadly due to radiation. Still, humanity was able to adapt and even surpass their ancestors in terms of science and technology innovation. One day, Arc D. Grant receives the greatest gift in the universe, in the form of a system that can produce factories. Now everything he needs is within his reach. He only needs to grasp this opportunity. But it won't be so easy as he finds himself surrounded in a quagmire of conspiracies and attacks from powerful gods and demons that are trying to spread chaos in the universe. This system gives him the ability to create factories in exchange for energy units. Also, the system gives him missions for Arc to complete in exchange for rewards from the system. Arc has a plethora of choices of the types of items he can make with the factory he creates, assuming he has the correct amount of energy units. He can essentially build anything. He uses these factories to create an influential company that keeps building influence. He even gets the opportunity to build a military force, space stations, and much more. As he expands his enterprise to space, things have become more complicated and starts getting unwanted attention from powers that have a similar system to him. Arc needs to build himself up and increase the power he controls to protect himself and the ones he loves. The MC does appear to be becoming very OP, and the plot armor the MC has is a lot. But for some reason, I can't get enough of it. I like the story, what more can I say? Arc is definitely not a multi-dimensional character. I wouldn't consider it too much of a bad thing. It's refreshing having such a simple character. Arc has a simple personality but with a mix of ambition, which I think is a great mix. This is a very interesting concept that the author has chosen. I won't say it's necessarily unique of including a system in a story, but the author hits all the right spots of a system-type story to be a high-valued, successful web novel. I hope the author continues to write more and provides us with more chapters. I won't be surprised to see its popularity grow as more chapters are written. I would suggest you read about 20 to 30 chapters before deciding if it's for you or not. I highly suggest this web novel if you're looking for something new to read that isn't too mainstream but still looking for good quality content. Also, it's the author's first novel, so cut him some slack. He's doing a great job. So go give this new author's novel a chance. Next up on our list holding the spot of number 2 is Chrysalis by the author Rhinaz. It currently has a rating of 4.8 out of 5, 21 million views, and 620 chapters. It averages 4 chapters a week. I wish the author would pick up the pace, but great work takes time and I can appreciate that. I came upon this web novel because it's currently one of the top 10 in Webnovel's power ranking. But I was avoiding reading it because it wasn't the type of web novel I was looking at for a long time. I've already read and watched plenty of isekai type novels and anime. I finally made my way to reading it, and I definitely do not regret starting it. Typical isekai main character Anthony dies and is reborn as an ant in a game-like world called Pangera. The reason him being reborn as an ant may have something to do with how he died and what he did before he dies. But I don't want to spoil anything, so it's better you go read for yourself. Overall, the story and plot is really good. For once, an isekai character doesn't become overly OP in a short amount of time. The author does take his time developing the story and the main character. Other stories almost always show their MCs grow quickly and become influential in their world. However, I find that this is short-sighted as it hampers world building and longevity as possible enemies quickly become scarce. We as readers never get the time to show empathy to him being the little guy. The story doesn't have that problem as the MC isn't the strongest and doesn't seem to be likely to become the strongest anytime soon, allowing for plenty of interesting battles and controversy to come against our main character. One thing I really like about this novel that really made it stand out to me is that the main character isn't reborn into a human, but instead an ant monster. Also, the main character has no aspiration to evolve and develop to gain back a humanoid form. Anthony takes full pride in what he has become in this world. Also, you can see how the main character's perception of his reality is being warped because of him being an ant, which the MC copes with humor throughout the story. His jokes are filling in the cracks of his sanity. As the story goes along, it's very entertaining to see how Anthony develops and the choices he chooses to become a strong monster ant. His system is similar to a game-like leveling up system, and has the ability to choose how he evolves, what species he evolves to, and what features he has. Sometimes as the reader, I feel he is making the wrong decision choosing an ability over another, but what can I do? But I think the author is intentionally doing this to portray that the MC is genuine and a normal individual that was reborn. The author develops the story in a way that the MC learns from his mistakes, which shows a well thought out character development. This is a novel that's great to binge read. It truly sucks you in the story and is highly addictive. The world that the author is building is pretty good and full of potential. The author built a nice foundation of the world and creates easy expansion at any time, which will hopefully create a longer story and an even better novel. I would recommend giving this at least 50 chapters to decide if you want to stick with it or not. This novel is probably for readers who enjoy isekais, good plot, weak to strong character development, and don't mind the system used as a plot device. Last but not least, we have the #1 spot for the best ongoing system web novel of 2020, and that goes to Custommade Demon King by Dark Old Demon. This novel has a rating of 4.6 out of 5, 2 million views, and 305 chapters. It averages around 14 chapters a week, which blows other novels away. Our main character Roy dies and is reborn after saving a mother and her child. Typical isekai death. He was reborn as a baby demon, in the demon world called the Abyss. Naturally, in this universe, demons and angels are fighting a forever ongoing war against each other. The system he was born with gives him the ability to design and create different physical features, and further along in the story, he's even able to create his own skills, abilities, and items for the exchange of souls. Truly an overpowered ability. As Roy develops as a demon, he no longer empathizes too much with humans and loses a lot of his compassion for his past race. He truly encapsulates what he is now, and does no way a naive character trying to uphold the morals he had in his past life. He is as cunning and manipulative as a demon should be to gain the strength he craves. He's one of the best ruthless MCs I've seen in a while. The Abyss is connected to Infinite Worlds, so there's a lot of world building going around as Roy travels or is summoned to different worlds. You might even recognize different worlds and abilities he has from TV shows and movies. What I find the most interesting is that the author lets Roy create items and abilities from animes, and we get to see how he develops them into himself to further his growth to become a very powerful demon. The only issue with this novel would be is that it's highly addictive to read and you'll find yourself reading all day. The plotline is truly one of the most immersive I've come across. Warning, please finish all important tasks you have to do before starting this web novel. You can truly get lost in how much time you spend reading this book. I would recommend you give this until chapter 40 to decide if this is for you. I know a lot of people complain about some of the names the translator chooses, but if you're able to get over that, you will greatly enjoy reading this addictive web novel. That's all we got for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with my list of the best ongoing system web novels of 2020, or if you have any suggestions of web novels to talk about for the next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to let me know that you enjoyed this video and would like me to make more videos like this. Thank you for all the support. Till next time.